guys, yesterday I received this package and I have been waiting it for so long. This is my screen, which there is no instruction for the screen swapping, and there is an instruction for the PCB upgrade, and here are my other stuff. So I prepared myself with some tutorials by Taki and Retro Game Corp. So if you want to swap your screen, you have to watch Retro Game Corp's video because he is the only one who explains how to swap the screen. I basically suck at hardware, so I have to watch this kind of tutorials because my specialties are on software instead of hardware. Anyway, I really scared of damaging my Retro Pocket 2 because this fantastic grape color is really I just really love it, and this is the first unit that I have ever received from a supplier, so it was very important to me. So everything went pretty smooth, basically just removing some screws and removing some cables, ribbons, and the antenna and some other parts of the Retro Pocket 2. But here comes the hard part. The screen is very firmly attached to the that board on the back. So basically I spent over an hour to try to remove the screen and that metal sheet from my shell, and it was super hard. There is a single hole on the top of the sheet that you can press, and you can also press from the bottom, but that's how this happened. Well, basically, if you think logically, it is impossible to push it from the top, in my case, because it is very, very, very firmly attached. I have tried every means I can, and I had to try to push it from the bottom, but then actually the bottom is kind of stuck into the shell, so when you push it, it would kind of push the shell as well. So I was very scared of breaking it, so I tried to insert some things at the back to try to remove the attachment of those glues and tapes on the back. I had to sacrifice my metal ruler in order to remove those tapes. As a result, my shell is chipped. Well, but I had to put my new screen on it anyway because my old screen is damaged and there is no way for me to run it without a screen, so I had to do it. By the way, the new screen is a little bit different from the screen Retro Game Corp showed us because the sticker on the back are obviously less. But anyway, this is how I try to put on my screen. I've no idea why Retroid team was using so much glue on the back of the screen. Maybe they didn't even think of selling a new touchscreen to their customers, so they tried their best to attach the screen as firm as they can. But when they sell their touchscreen, they really have to think about whether it is possible to remove it or not. This is absolutely not ideal because maybe another customer is not breaking the front, maybe they are breaking the back of the shell or any parts of the shell. It is very possible because the screen is too hard to remove from the shell. Maybe I have the disadvantage that I'm a girl and I'm not strong enough to remove it, but think about this. As long as you apply the force that can remove that strongly attached the screen, either a female or a male, there is a very high possibility of breaking any part of your shell. So think about that when you swap your screen. Make sure you are okay with the damage that may cause, because it is really hard to do so. So after using a tape to reattach that chipped front shell, and I resumed my work on assembling the PCB and all my buttons on it. So so far it was pretty good, and then I turned it on once and I realized that all of my buttons were not working, and I found out that I was using the wrong set because I have purchased another set of buttons and I was confused, so I have to remove all the things and do it all over again. That was a very stupid mistake, so make sure you use the right buttons and right set of silicone pad. You should see some black dots on the back if you're using the right set of silicone pad. So overall, the whole experience of exchanging PCB is, well, quite easy. I mean, if you don't make any stupid mistakes, careless mistakes, then it's okay. I'm still very heartbroken from the chipped shell, so I have emailed Retroid this to see if they can help me in any sense. Anyway, I actually recommend the white set of buttons and buying the extra sets because your Retro Pocket 2 probably came with the black set of buttons originally. So if you buy the white set, you probably want to buy an extra set for the home buttons and power buttons and so on. I was thrilled to see it on because I damaged the shell and I was not really sure if it would work or not. The touchscreen is very good. I mean, it makes Retro Pocket 2 Plus a lot more useful and a lot easier, but the whole process of changing the screen is just a disaster. Applying a new screen is not difficult at all, but removing the old screen is like hell. So I just want to make sure you know that there is a risk of damaging your shell when you change your screen. Finally, I think Retroid team should consider not letting this kind of situation happen again.